basketball!
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Good Morning Let's Basketball. We're here again. My name is Mike. These are my co-hosts, Victor, Kevin, and Daniel. Today, we got a lot of topics on hand. We got All-Star Weekend coming up this weekend, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But before we do that, shout out to all of the fans. As always, we appreciate you all tuning in and being here. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 400 subs by the end of the month. 2,000 by the end of the year. We got lofty goals, but we know with your appreciation, your support, we can reach them. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, make sure to rate the pod if you enjoy. We're always looking to grow our podcast on those platforms as well, and we have goals for those. But let's kick it off. We're going to start off with some all-star predictions. As you guys know, all-star game is coming up. But Kev, talk about some all-star stuff. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Indubitably. So, like Miles said, we got All-Star Weekend coming up. So, basically, what we're going to be doing, starting off this episode by predicting the winners of the contest, starting with the worst challenge, everyone's least favorite. We're going to start with the skills challenge. So, I'm going to run through the teams real quick, and then we're going to give our predictions of who we think is going to win. Simple. First team, we got team top picks. So, these are all a team of former number one picks. We got Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards, and Paolo Banchero. Got a lot of skill there. Then, as we all know, it will be held in Indianapolis this year. So we got Team Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, Benedict Mathurin. Not going to lie, that team's weak as hell.
I was about to say, that shit don't compare to the fucking top picks.
Yeah, it doesn't even compare to the second team. But then we got Team All-Stars, consisting of Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trae Young, which is funny because Team All-Stars, but two of these guys were reserves or fill-ins for injuries. So I think it's kind of funny. So we can cut one out. I think we all know. I think it's going to be between team top picks and team all-stars. I think I'm going to go with the youngins here, man. Team top picks. Yes, really.
Bro, I feel like the Pacers, like how good they are together as a team playing offensively. I think
Yeah,
they
but
can
this
have a
is
shot at this. But I know this is a skills challenge, but
very drastically different from a game. So
I don't
I
know,
don't know.
bro.
I think I'm gonna go with the young guys here. I'm going with team top picks. I mean, all of these guys are able to handle the ball very well. Solid passers. Honestly, Miles Turner and Benedict Mathurin don't really excite me too much. Can they pass a ball through a tire?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
That's my biggest question around most of these guys, but let's keep going.
I'm all right. So Vic, who are you going with first? Because you started to give your take. It sounded like Team
Uh,
Pacers.
I'm leaning team top picks, but if I had to choose a second, I think it's team Pacers. But I mean, I just don't think team Pacers is that bad as you guys are making them seem, is what I was trying to say. You guys basically said they were the worst.
Daniel, go ahead and school these two, bro. Who you got?
No, I think for my pick of who, yeah, I think it would be my number one pick would be Team All Stars, just because honestly, Tyrese Maxey and Trae Young is enough firepower in my opinion to get it done for a skills competition. At the same time, though, I just have a feeling that Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, we've seen it this season. Dude dropped what was it, 20 assists or something close to it in a game? Ridiculous, right? Dude's a natural born passer. So,
True.
like you guys said, I mean, the whole Kevin said, I wonder if I think he said Mathurin can throw a ball through a tire, but whether it's true or not, I think Tyrese Halliburton could give him a run for money. So yeah, I'm gonna say All Stars and then Pacers, and my last pick would be top picks. Actually, I don't think, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said Team All Stars because I'm also going with Team All Stars. And my reasoning is when I look at Team Pacers, clearly there is a lack of talent. And this is the skills challenge, but I'm gonna overanalyze this. There's clearly a lack of talent on Team Pacers. There's great shooting, as we know. Miles Turner and Halliburton are great shooters, but Mathurin could use some work. And also, I'm not convinced Miles Turner can do a lot of the dribbling. I'm not exactly sure how the skills challenge is going to work this year, so I'm just going to go by just basic stuff they've done. Team top picks, lack of 3-point shooting. If there's a three point shots in this, and we need to be consistent. I'm not sure that Banchero and Edwards can get it done. Wembanyama has a shot. He likes to shoot them, but I'm really not confident in that either. But team all-stars, they're just all around. You got two guards who are both great shooters with Tyrese Maxey and Trae Young. They're great dribblers. They're fast. And then Scotty Barnes, he's just solid all around. He's not quite a big. And this guy can dribble the ball. He's got experience. They just have I think Team All Stars just has the all around skills. And this is the skills challenge. So I'm
That's
gonna
a
go
good
Team
point.
All Stars.
That's a good point that you brought up about the speed, because I don't remember how much of an element that plays into it, but I know that there are competitions that require them to be as quick as possible.
Yeah. Am I gonna watch this? Shit, probably not. But if I had to choose, I'm gonna go Team All Stars. Yeah, I know y'all gave a second pick, so I guess my second pick, I'm gonna go with Team Top Picks for sure on that. Sorry, Pacers. But Vic, if they do end up winning, then tip your hat. I'll tip my hat to you next pod.
I
What
almost
kind
went
of
Pacers.
what scares me about Team All Stars a little bit is because we remember that skills challenge a few years ago, whatever it really was. They switched it up every single year. When Scotty Barnes and Tyrese Maxey were on a team, we were talking about this, and Scotty Barnes couldn't hit the first shot, which was like a 3-foot shot. I think
But
he missed it a few times in a row.
neither can Maxi though. Both of them were
Yeah,
just breaking it.
and now they're on the same team again.
It's a redemption story. It's perfect. It's a redemption arc because now they're both all stars.
Borderline.
They were formerly Team Rookie, I believe.
Yeah, it's called the Panini Rising Star competition this
There's
year.
four
If you
teams.
go if you go on the
Or
NBA's website right now and look at all the competitions and bullshit that they have, I swear it's just ads everywhere because everything's named out. It's the Starry Skills competition. I think it's the AT&T Slam Dunk competition and so on and so forth. So, but
Is
yeah,
that the one that Stephen A, Pau Gasol, and all them drafted teams for?
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
I didn't know they changed it up like this.
I saw that. Did I pay attention? Obviously not. I just remember Paul Gasol being on a fucking Zoom call. It was funny as hell.
super random.
He picked
Yeah.
a super interesting team.
Yeah. Let me pull those up. Let's talk about it for a second. Let's get the rosters up.
Just looking at this list, I could tell maybe Team Jalen.
Wait, this says sophomores and rookies. Do they just draft from that? Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
find the actual teams.
Team Powell and Team Tamika is tough.
I was gonna say I think Team Tamika's pretty good.
Victor went Powell. Daniel, who'd you go?
I think I'm still gonna rock with Team Jalen.
Team Jalen. What Jalen is it? Do we
Jalen
know?
Rose.
Rose.
Jalen Rose. Okay. Got you. And wait, Detlef, as in Detlef Schrempf?
Only Detlef I know.
Man, who the fuck? I don't know. I know two
Yeah,
players on
no.
his team. I know Mac McClung and Oscar Shibwe. Oh, these are all G League guys. I don't think he's included in this. All right,
Yeah, they
anyway.
are.
That's weird. He got all G League players. Dude, the size on never mind. I'm tripping. Tamika.
I'm going Team Tamika. I think in the form of an all-star level game, kind of run and gun, how they're gonna play. I feel like they'll just be the best at it.
Yeah, dude, this starting lineup, I assume it's gonna be Scoot, Keegan Murray, Duran, Banchero, and Ivy. That's a solid ass roster, bro. I think I'm going Team Tamika as well.
So we got 2 for Tamika, 1 for Powell, and 1 for Jalen.
All right.
Our bets are locked. We shall find out next week.
None for Detlef.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, man. I know
I
one
actually
player
was
pretty
was
much.
this like a draft and then they just forgot about him? Did he show up
No.
late to the Zoom call or something? I mean, what the fuck was he thinking?
I think his team is designated for G Leaguers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun then. They have a chance.
Yeah, Team Detlef Schrempf will coach the team of NBA G League players. And then Pau, Tamika, and Jalen drafted their teams from rookies and sophomores. All right, let's move on to what really matters. The NBA three-point contest. We got Damian Lillard trying to defend his crown this year. I want to hear what you guys think first because I have who I think is going to win. I have my lock, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think.
Go through all the names.
All right, the names are currently so it is a running list because some players are dropping in and out and some players are liable to get hurt. So this one is especially volatile, but right now, as of the recording of this video, we have Tyrese Halliburton, Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, Damian Lillard, Lowry Markkanen, Cat, Trae Young, and Donovan Mitchell. Who do we got? Who do we got, boys?
I'll go first. I didn't go with a Pacers, or I didn't go with Pacers for the skills challenge, but I'm gonna go with a Pacers player for this. Give me Tyrese Halliburton, and give me the effect of playing on home or playing at home and having home court advantage, shooting on a rim that you know doesn't play a factor all the time, but we've seen Curry go 0 for 15, not 0 for 15, 0 for like 7 when he's out of town, and when he's in town, he breaks the 3-point shooting record. So yeah, I'm thinking Tyrese Halliburton to win
Give us
this.
a runner up too.
Oh, runner up,
It's like
yeah,
a second
yeah, yeah,
pick.
yeah. No. I have my runner up too. It's Trae Young. It was between to me. It was between him and Trae Young. I think for whatever reason, Trae Young doesn't really have anything to prove, but I think a lot of people are starting to have their little comments about him and stuff. And this would just be a good way for him to, I guess, have a good note on the season in a way. Not that it's been a bad season for him, but I think it would just be good for him. So yeah, I
That's
think he's going to be hungry for it.
That's crazy because we did identical picks on the Rising Stars, and I'm just gonna go next because I have mine is identical. I think Halliburton is gonna be first, and my runner-up was also Trae Young. Trae Young's got something to prove, bro. Barely made the All-Star team. They're hating on him. He's gonna come out and he's gonna win this competition. The underdog for sure. But go ahead, boys.
I have to go with someone who's been like killing it all year. And I think he's going to continue to dominate this 3-point contest. He's shooting a 40.6 3-point percentage. I'm going to go with Jalen Brunson. And then for my second pick, I'm going to have to go with Cat. I feel like he's been in it before. And I think that's just a throwout pick. I kind of don't like some of the other shooters, and I think that he wants to win it. Has he won it before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he? I don't know if he's won it, but he set like a record for most. No, he
He's
was.
been
He
in
was
it
the
before.
he was the first center to win it, right? I think he was the first center in NBA
Yeah, he
history to
did.
win
He
it.
did win it. I just looked it up. 2022, he won it. So I think he
Yeah.
could definitely repeat as doing it again.
Looking for that two-time champ. So for my picks, part of me is leaning towards the finisher, man. Lowry Markkanen. I'm big on Lowry, great shooter. I think he can definitely get it done. But my runner-up, I'm gonna go with Dame. Dame for the repeat, man. When Dame gets hot, he gets hot. Milwaukee Bucks have two chances to bring this title back home, which I don't think it matters or anyone's thinking about. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Lowry and Dame. I like these two picks a lot because when these guys get
Beasley
hot, they're automatic.
Beasley is like so weird. Like, why is I know Beasley shoots it, but like over Curry? Over Curry?
Was it
I,
a voting
they
system this
probably
time, or I
asked
thought it was
Curry.
just?
I'm
I thought
sure
it's just
they.
volunteers.
No,
Think it
I
is.
think you got to get asked for it, and then they gotta like confirm to be in it. But Beasley, I was looking at his 3-point percentage. He's averaging 44.7 from behind the arc this year. I think he's fifth in the NBA for field goal percentage behind the arc.
Yeah, he does stroke it. Pause. All right. So Victor said number one. I don't remember. What'd you say?
Brunson.
You said Brunson, and then second is Katz. Kevin said number one is Markkanen with a backup on Damian Lillard. And Daniel and I said the hometown hero Tyrese Halliburton with a backup on the underdog, Trae Young.
I like these picks, boys. I don't hate them.
I could
I
see
might.
Trae Young doing it.
I was gonna say I would maybe flip on your list, Laurie and Dame, but yeah, that everyone's got good solid picks. So we'll see.
Yeah. Good thing it was my list. But moving on to a contest that is so hit or miss and has been very hit or miss the past few years. Going on to the slam dunk contest. The 2024 AT&T Slam Dunk Contest participants this year will be Jaylen Brown. Let's hope he doesn't try to do a dunk left-handed. Jaime Jaquez, Mac McClung of the Oskela Magic, and Jacob Toppin of the Westchester Knicks. For those of you that might be confused, those last two teams are G League teams.
My list says New York Knicks. I didn't know bro was half G League.
Hey, he a G Leaguer. That boy not on the Knicks.
I see him on the bench sometimes.
No. Maybe like behind the bench, like in a fit.
Like on a, like
Not
a
in, like-
JV type.
Exactly. Like he's like dresses for the games. He has 2 quarters to play. But Jaylen Brown was a very random addition to this. Like we've seen Jaylen Brown throw down in games, but can he throw down something crazy? Sure he can. He's gonna no watch. His first dunk is gonna be like a through the legs something,
Yeah.
and he thinks it's gonna be sick.
I feel like always people do like lobs for their first dunks.
That's interesting. We should run the
Oh.
stats on that, see how many first dunks were lobs. Because now that I'm thinking about it, that kind of makes sense.
Kind of does. But Mac McClung, he was the winner last year. He's looking to repeat. Last year, every single attempt or every single dunk that he made was done in one attempt.
That was huge,
That's-
bro. That's probably the
That's
biggest
that's
reason he
crazy.
won.
That's crazy. That and like he blew everyone else out the water with his dunks. Like he was very impressive. Didn't he jump over Shaq?
I think so.
And Mac McClung is not the tallest guy like ever. Like he's like maybe 6 foot on a good day, on a very good day if you got enough sleep. But low key, I have no idea. Never seen Jacob Toppin dunk, let alone even hoop. But Jaime Jaquez can throw down, man. I don't know if you guys ever seen that footage of when he was in high school and he was dunk contest. The dude has hops. He can jump. So if Mac McClung doesn't repeat, I think I'm gonna go Jaime, rookie taking it home for the slam dunk contest.
That's exactly what I was gonna do too. If it's not Mac McClunk, I think it's Jaime, man. Those highlights were insane. And
So
I know I've been high on Jaime the whole year, so what you gotta
Nice.
say, Mike?
Daniel's first.
Okay, so I want to go first so that way Mike I don't have a LeBron moment because I have a feeling that me and Miles are gonna have the same picks again. But yeah, I mean, I think the biggest question around this list that we would all have is that we've seen McClung like do some crazy dunks. We don't really know if these other guys have that. I mean, we assume that they do, right? We assume with Jaime that he has bounce and that he could do
We
some
don't
crazy
assume.
things.
There's footage.
Assumptions kill. Yeah. Okay. Right.
footage.
We know. Yes. Okay. No. What I was
Everybody in
gonna
the dunk contest got bounced, Vic. Everybody got bounced in the
No,
dunk
but he was saying like we assume. Like, no,
we
we're not
assume. Oh,
assuming.
no. What I was gonna say is that we know everyone has bounce, but we assume that he's gonna be able to throw something crazy and have enough hang time to put it underneath both legs or do something like that. And I think that that's kind of the biggest question around these other guys. So I'm gonna take, Mac McClung to win it again. And for my second pick, I think I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown. I think that dude has something in his bag that maybe would not. I'm not gonna say it's gonna shock us, but the Celtics play a lot of uniform ball. You don't see a lot of like crazy things going on. So to me, I think that this could be a little bit of a breaking out of his cage type of moment for Jaylen Brown, and he could throw something down really cool. Yeah, so those are my picks.
Yeah, once again, I have no choice but to agree. I think Mac McClung is plus 30,000 to win this competition again. And the reason why I think that is a little different, just because I think since Mac McClung is in the G League and like he's usually, I'm not sure what exactly his stats are, but I know he pretty much dominates the G League. Always in contention for MVP down there. But I think he just like he has something to prove still. And this is another opportunity for him to get his name on the map. Like you can listen, some of these NBA players on pods like didn't know who Mac McClung was like before the dunk contest, and obviously they know now. Obviously, like us with our current age, like we grew up watching his highlights. We like know about him because we follow high school ball and shit. But these older players don't know who he is. I doubt some of these coaches know who he is fully. So this is just another opportunity for him to prove himself. And I feel like he's going to take it super serious. And obviously, we know the talent he has. We know his vertical. So for that reason, I'm going to take Mac McClung. But Jaylen Brown is a close second. The reason why I wouldn't pick Jaylen Brown to win is because I know bro's been going through it lately, damn near pulling out Duncan Robinson's shoulder. I think he's just in his head right now. I don't know if he's going to take it super serious. But my wild card is Jacob Toppin. We have no idea about this guy. He could be in the same situation as Mac McClung, but I'm going to take McClung just because he's established. And like Kevin said, getting the first dunk is huge. It's all about the crowd. The crowd is gonna give you, if you get it first attempt, the crowd goes wild. You're gonna get an extra point at least from each judge. So, Mac McClung first, second Jaylen Brown.
I think Jaylen Brown is like too rich for this competition. Like, look at everybody else. But like another thing is like, how crazy would it be if it's Jacob Toppin and Mac McClung like battling out in the final rounds to win the dunk contest? Two G leaguers. We're not even watching NBA players trying to win the dunk contest. In the final rounds, it's two G leaguers battling out. Definitely
Yeah, but
haven't seen
maybe
anything like that before. Probably
maybe
will
that's a
never ever
sign
see anything like that.
because there's like professional dunkers that like could come out to this game and actually do some insane shit. Like Isaiah Rivera, you know who that guy is? Anyone?
Yeah, he's
Or
Yeah,
Chris Staples? Like having those guys, that would be an
Staples.
insane dunk contest. But I know we want to keep it NBA right now, but it could be a sign for the future, having G Leaguers come in and dominate. But the one thing I hope is we don't have another Derrick Jones Jr. situation because he came out the G League to do this dunk contest, and that shit was so underwhelming, bro. I had such high expectations and he didn't win. So Mac McClung, number one, baby. Let's go.
Looking at this list, I just think it's funny to point out that we have a G leaguer, a rookie, a dude that isn't well known, and then the highest paid NBA player currently. What a lineup.
God
Pretty
forbid he
diverse.
sprain his ankle like doing a dunk or some shit. That'd be the worst, bro.
Damn, I don't know why you just said that, bro. You're putting
Com-
bad
Why the
voodoo out there.
fuck would you?
com- competing against like a bunch of G leaguers in a dunk contest. Like, dude,
Two G
we haven't
leaguers and a
seen
rookie.
a major we haven't seen a major injury in the dunk contest yet, and we need to keep that streak alive
This is the year, huh?
because that's my king. King Brown. Can't go down.
tries to tries to go off his left hand for one of them and fucking hits his head off the fucking backboard.
Yeah, bro.
Gets carried
Honestly,
out on a fucking stretcher.
if he dunks one with the left, that's a 50, bro. That's a 50 on the board. Because you know that's hard for him. 50 on the board.
Is it the video of Shaq or the fucking announcers when they're like,
Oh,
they all
yeah,
fucking call
the
that?
Shaq with the camera. He's like
Yeah, he's like,
for a Jaylen Brown left-handed dunk.
So those were our picks, our predictions for who we think are going to win the 2024 All-Star Game contest. Let us know in the comments down below who you guys think are going to win. Have some debates down there.
If you made it this far into the podcast, we want to thank you for listening. We're trying to hit our goal of 400 subscribers, so make sure to hit that follow button and like the video. And if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please make sure to give us a rating. We're trying to hit 35 ratings on there. And back to the pod.
all right, folks. Well, now we will begin a new segment to Good Morning Let's Basketball called Blind Rankings. Right. And the way that this works, I won't go through the whole logistics of it because that would be too confusing. But basically, blind rank five spots. Say you're ranking point guards. If say I throw the first pick out and it's Donovan Mitchell. The second pick could be Steph Curry, could also be the worst point guard in the league. And your job is to try to figure out where these players rank. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. In a day and age where most players have developed their games around being proficient from beyond the arc, we go back to the old souls of the game. The guys that have to be cleared for takeoff every time their feet leave the ground. This is blind ranking to 5 of the best NBA in-game dunkers.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot.
All right. So, with your guys' first player to rank, we have maybe one of the most notable dunkers currently in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Ooh.
Who was it? I lagged. Who was it?
Ja Morant.
All right, Ja Morant. Oof. Number one
I
thing for
say
me, he doesn't finish a lot of the dunks, but the ones he does finish are insane. But I'm afraid Derrick Rose might pop up on this list later.
No.
One
So-
thing I should have added. Sorry, my fault. Current. This is a current list. So it's not all time. You don't have to worry about picking.
Okay.
But I know that, Derrick
That
Rose
helps.
is still current, but
That helps a lot. What do y'all think, bro? I don't want to start putting him at 3, just like the mid level, because like I feel like that's gonna screw us.
yeah, but putting him higher or lower can also really screw us.
I say 4,
Hell no, that's way too low for Ja. I think
bro.
2 or 3.
I think 2 or 3
Bro,
too. You tripping on 4,
You're
bro. Come on now.
4? Who do you
Is
think's
it-
gonna pop up?
Is it in-game dunkers or is it in-game dunking like guards?
no, it's just in-game dunkers. So
It's
it could be
all
anybody.
players in the league, bro. It's
Dude.
not just guards.
But
Yeah,
to
but
put him
who
at
else
4?
can pop up?
Bro, Zion could pop up.
I think Ja's a better in-game dunker than Zion.
Yeah.
He is. Even you think it. Look, you ain't got shit to say.
I'm just trying to
You
go
think
through I'm trying to go through
You're
dunkers.
thinking
Like
too hard. You're thinking
who
too
the
hard.
who the hell do you think is gonna pop up? Freaking Jesus of Nazareth?
like Russell
It's
Westbrook.
a good-
What about Russell Westbrook's better than Ja Morant?
Currently, I feel like
right
it's still
now?
Ja.
Okay, another key factor. When I say current, it's current NBA players, but you could still say D Rose because D Rose was a fucking great contact
Yeah.
and in-game dunker.
It's
So
all current players, but we're judging them off their like primes. That's how it's working.
it's not like in the last season.
That's why I'm afraid of like Derrick Rose. I'm afraid of Westbrook. Like there's so many guys, bro. Like LeBron even. That shit on Jason Terry. All right, I'm going 3. I vote 3. I vote 3
Yeah,
for Ja Morant.
I'm
If
He
Heat
doesn't
LeBron
even
is on
finish
here,
half
that
of
is
his
scary.
dunks. He don't even finish half of his dunks.
I'm cool with 3. I'm cool with 3. Before
Yeah.
you're tripping on 4, I'm gonna be honest.
Just
So
wait, bro.
We're going
telling
Ja
you.
at 3.
Yeah.
3.
All right. They've locked it in.
He's gonna throw like Kevon Looney in here or some shit.
Next player up, someone that you guys may not totally agree with me on, but go look up some of his dunks. Tell me he doesn't deserve to be on this list. Donovan Mitchell.
4.
He's not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 4 because he's not better than Ja, and we got Ja at 3.
Dude, I think we're fucked because Daniel, the next 3 are gonna be ass. I didn't take into account that he might try to screw us. Maybe put Mitchell at 2, just in case he
Nah.
screws us.
I'm comfortable at 4.
All right, 4. I know we're gonna get a center next or some shit. We're gonna get like JaVale McGee.
We still got 5.
All right, 4. Lock it.
All right. Next up, smooth operator himself, the guy that deserves a mixtape every time he touches the floor, Paul George.
2. Paul George is 2, bro. Paul George be slamming that shit.
He does have that 360 windmill in game.
He's got
Yeah.
dude the dunk on Birdman. Come on, that's like my
Dunk on-
favorite dunk ever.
Dunk on Birdman was crazy.
They play the Erica Badu every mixtape he has, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a little bit of a wrench in the works here. I said earlier, I don't know if you guys heard me. If Heat LeBron was on here, I think that
I'd
deserves
probably put him tied with Paul George, if I'm being honest. He's got a lot of cool
Regardless.
dunks, but poster wise, Paul George is
sure.
cooler.
for sure. So regardless, what's your guys' pick?
I say 2.
I'm thinking 2 or 1. I just feel like he's gonna throw some some misses now.
We still have 5. Ah,
I know.
shit, dude. But what if our last 2 are like centers? Oh, we're fucked.
I'll throw PG at 2. I think we're safe with that
Yeah, I do like him more as a dunker than John
because I
Morant.
think I think so far our list is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're going
Donovan
Paul
Mitchell
George.
did win a dunk contest, so I'm
I don't
okay
mean
with it.
shit. He
All right.
said in-game dunkers.
True. True. You're right.
All right, we're locking 2.
All right. At number 2, they have Paul George.
I'm scared, bro. Don't give us a center, please.
At number 4, they predicted it, sort of. Had to scare him a little bit, had to throw him off the trail. Also,
Dwight- Dwight Howard.
this last pick for their 4th pick, if they choose him at whatever they choose him at, their last pick automatically goes to that empty slot. So, with your guys' 4th player to rank, you guys get Russell Westbrook.
1.
We'll have to throw him 1 there.
I might have to throw
Yeah.
him 1 as well. His
He has
dunks are
some
fucking insane.
in his prime. He did have some crazy dunks.
Bro,
Posters.
the lob from KD where he like
Yeah,
catches it all the way back. Oh,
that was crazy. That was an OG dunk for sure.
all of his dunks on Thon Maker.
You know what's
Yeah,
crazy? I didn't know that Russell Westbrook was the fastest player in NBA history.
I didn't know that either. Like how? Based on like combine shit or like
I saw like this reel the other day. He was the fastest player in NBA history. I think D Rose was second or third.
I hope they didn't just do that off like in-game sprints because I bet if you like line up all these players, some might be faster. But I assume they use like combine times.
Oh, actually, Fox was number 1. Westbrook was 2.
I was gonna say I think De'Aaron Fox is faster than Westbrook.
Bro, y'all
And
sleep
then
on what's his face? Little dude. Denver Nuggets legend. What's his name? 5'11. Oh,
Not Jameer Nelson.
no. Why can
Ty
I not?
Lawson.
Ty Lawson. Thank you. I don't know why I can think of his name. Ty Lawson. Ty Lawson is also one of the fastest players in NBA history. John Wall.
he's not on
No,
this list.
they're wrong.
Is
I'm-
Ish Smith on the list?
Me?
He's not
Oh,
top 10.
Victor.
I don't believe in that list. John Wall and Ty Lawson are 2 of the fastest players ever.
All right, but back to the topic. Daniel, who's the
So-
last spot?
Who's
I'll,
filling our 5th spot?
So, first, I want to say that you guys did sort of kill this list. I don't think that you're gonna hate how this list turned out, with the exception of one place. So I'll read them. At number 1, we have Russell Westbrook. At number 2, we have Paul George. At number 3, we have John Morant. 4, Donovan Mitchell. And at the 5 spot, Zion Williamson.
Oh, I'm fine
Oh,
with
yeah,
that,
I'm
bro.
fine
That's
with that.
cool.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
bro.
that's fucking.
you guys
Let's
did
That's so
killed
cool.
that shit.
We
You guys
murked
killed
that shit.
Good job.
Yeah. I think
A+ rating.
the only I could see John Paul George switching, but me personally, I'd still put Paul George above Ja right now.
Yeah,
I think
Paul
I would
George is
too.
nasty.
Yeah, we did. We murked that. That was simple.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
Daniel, all day. I'm gonna throw you guys off. Hell no, you put that
No.
shit on us. You put that shit on a silver platter.
Low-key, I thought like you guys did a good job because that was not the same order as what we had it at all. So
Hey,
yeah,
if
good
we
job.
put Ja Moran at 1, like Vic said, we'd be screwed. So
When you said Westbrook, I had to keep a straight face. I had to be like,
I had a feeling he was gonna throw Westbrook on there.
Yeah.
I knew he was
Good
gonna
boy.
throw in Westbrook and not D Rose.
yeah, I
Well,
knew
I'm
Daniel
glad I
was a
did it
Westbrook
because-
fan.
you guys mentioned him. But yeah. All right. So for our second blind
Oh.
ranking,
There's multiple. Fuck yeah, dude. I thought we were doing more than one. All right, let's do it.
all right. So for our next blind ranking, we are doing blind ranking 5 of the best NBA players under 25.
This is
With the
cake.
first pick that you guys have to rank. We have a man that has put the Pistons on his shoulders and tried to get him out of their rut, Cade Cunningham.
Ooh. Yeah, I was
Say
thinking
3.
3 off the bat too.
I'm thinking 3 or 4. You guys considering 4? Or you throwing him at 3? Because we went 3 last time.
I'm a little
with our
nervous
first pick.
because there's some
Yeah.
shitters like Killian Hayes is under 25. I'm afraid that might come up. So I want to make sure those last two spots are like
Yeah, but
the
he could do like Cade, then Shea, then Ant.
Is Lowry Markkinen still under 25?
I don't know. He's not.
I think Jason Tatum's still 21.
No, he's 19.
Jason
Oh
Tatum.
yeah, 19.
He's only 19.
We could do
I'm
it three. I'm comfy
I'm
with three.
okay. I'm okay with four as well, though. Kev, you want three or four?
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of players under 25.
Yeah, because Luca. I'm gonna go. You know what? Let's go four, just
Luka.
because the Pistons are
Yeah.
really fucking bad this year. We
Yeah,
gotta
let's
stop saying players because Daniel might like switch his list on us or
No,
something.
I'm not. I promise you, I would not.
You
I'm
can. I
cool
mean,
with
that's part of
four.
the fun.
No, I because I rewrote, like I said, I rewrote these lists like a few times, and I'm happy with the combinations I got. All
All
right,
right, four,
second pick that you guys have to play or have to rank. Jesus, Keegan Murray.
five.
Yeah, I'm
Five.
cool with five.
100% five.
All right, that was pretty unanimous.
So we got 4, 2, and 1 left.
Wait,
Wait, we got three, two, and one left.
3, 2, and 1. Yeah, I forgot. Fuck.
You're good.
Screw
Good for
me.
the fans to remember.
All right, for your third player to rank, his name has been thrown around on this podcast a lot this episode. Tyrese Halliburton.
ooh,
Three.
I don't know who else he could throw out, man.
Shay and Ant, bro.
Mm.
Is Tyrese better than Ant?
No,
No.
no.
No, he's not.
Is there a conversation at least? I think there's a conversation.
I don't think there's a conversation yet.
No, I do not think so.
All right, fair. Then in that case, three. I vote because there's Luca, there's Shay, there's Ant,
Dude, he's about to
probably
pull
some other
out.
guys that
He's
I'm
about to pull out.
forgetting.
He's about to pull out Franz Wagner now.
And there's also Jeremy Sohan.
Well, you guys are
Jordan Poole.
going right now. You guys are going in reverse. So you've got the 1 and the 2 spot still open, if I'm correct.
Maybe throw him at two. Throw him at two. Actually, I vote two.
I'll go with 2.
Yeah,
I can
two's
live with
cool.
2.
I'm very confident in Tyrese Halliburton.
You're putting Tyrese Halliburton at number 2 for your what is this? Fourth player to rank tonight, and what will determine your guys' fate. And Anthony Edwards.
One.
Yeah, we'll have to put him at 1 for sure.
Ring. Yep, number
I'm
one.
nervous, but all right. Since you guys want one, we'll go one.
Watch it. It's gonna be Shea, bro. The MVP
Nah.
candidate's gonna be like number three on our fucking list.
Facts are facts.
Y'all did just say Ant was better though, pretty definitively. So I would have gotten
Tyrese,
Yeah, I know
outvoted.
that's true.
We didn't really have a choice.
From top to bottom, their list is at number 1, Anthony Edwards. Number 2, Tyrese Halliburton. At number 3, surprisingly, Scotty Barnes. At number 4,
Okay.
Cade Cunningham.
Yeah,
At number 5, Keegan Murray.
I like that.
that's
I don't think that's
perfect.
bad. Cade might be better than Barnes, but it's a debate. I like that.
Hey, Barnes is an all-star.
True. Cade's been
Barnes is
hurt
an
though.
all-star.
Cade's been hurt though.
Hey, I think we killed both lists.
I think we
You
did
guys
good.
did do
Yeah.
a good job on both lists. Good job.
Bare minimum, we went 2 for 3.
For sure.
I also
We'll
had
go 3
one.
for 3.
All right. Well, we go into a little bit of a bonus round here, folks. We've got blind ranking 5 of the best names on the NBA top 75 anniversary list. This isn't going to be easy. Number 1, I did not put players on here that like are shitters, so there's no easy 5, in my opinion. At number 1, I've confused his name multiple times. I feel like an idiot for it, but he is absolutely deserving of being on this list. Number 1, Tim Duncan.
He's got to
Tim
be one or
Dunk.
two. One or two.
Tim Duncan is arguably a top 4 player of all time.
Yeah.
He's the best at his position ever.
Best at his position ever.
I'm gonna go two.
I
I'm
think
going
two
two.
is. Yeah, two is. Yeah, yeah. We're all in unison there too. Two for Timmy.
I'm glad we all appreciate Tim Duncan. Not
Yeah.
many people do anymore.
Tim
No.
Duncan is deserving, especially to be number two on this list. Only time will tell. At number two, we have a player that bounces around more than the basketball he shoots so well. James Harden.
5. He doesn't have a chip yet. He's got to be 5.
That was my gut feeling too, was 5. But I could also argue 4.
He said there's no shitters on the list, which means I don't think he's gonna throw like Bob Cousy at us. Not that Bob Cousy's a shitter, but he's just like 60s. I vote 5. The only other person who could be worse than Harden is like D. Lillard.
Yeah, I'll go 5. I'll go 5 for James Harden.
For your third player to rank, we've got a finals MVP, NBA champion,
But why?
and possibly, no, not possibly anymore, the greatest shooter of all time, Stephen Wardell Curry.
That would have been a great number 2. Fuck.
Yeah, phenomenal number 2. So
Oh
now we
my
have to
God.
debate: is Steph Curry better than Tim Duncan?
Why'd he do this, bro? He's setting us up to get flamed no matter who we
Uh,
pick. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm afraid he's going to throw like LeBron on this list, though. I want to
Or
keep the one
Jordan,
open.
Kobe. Kobe's definitive.
or he could do like a magic.
I say number 3 just because he's still playing. TD has more championships. How many MVPs does Tim Duncan have? He's got
He has.
one.
I know he has one for sure. I don't know if he has a second, and he has a Defensive Player of the Year.
True. Yeah, that's a great point. He's always all defensive team.
Always,
And finals MVPs.
and he has Finals MVPs. Yes, and he's like one of the most like winningest players of all time.
True. He only has one more
So
chip than Curry, though.
yeah,
But that's still, I mean, that's still more.
that's weight over the head. Shit.
Am I NBA? Does Tim Duncan have more than one? I'm looking. All right, I'm gonna look. I say we put Curry at 3. Oh yeah, Tim Duncan has back-to-back MVPs in
I was gonna say.
01 and 02.
So they're tied for MVPs. Duncan has more chips. He has more all defensive teams and more defensive player of the years. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Curry at 3. I like that. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Just
yeah, I
based
like
off
that too.
accolades. Yeah. All right, 3.
Locking in the greatest shooter of all time at number 3, Stephen Curry. At number 4, we have an Ice Spice aficionado, a man that deals in many different arenas. Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. To remind you
Oh,
guys, you have Tim Duncan at the 2, Steph Curry at the 3, and James Harden all the way alone at 5.
is Shaq number 1? Fuck.
I
Was
don't
he?
think Shaq's
I
number
don't think
one,
so.
bro.
Yeah.
Is Shaq greater than Curry?
Shaq has arguably the most dominant MVP season ever, bro.
Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
like he
He
also
doesn't.
has he also has a ring on which team he was carried. I don't want to say carried,
He was
but
the second best player on the Heat. Come on.
I mean,
He
yeah,
was the second
that's
best
what I'm
player
saying.
on the Heat.
I did take it back when I say he was carried, but it was like a lot later in his career, and he
And
did
you've
have some
talked,
shitter years at the end of his career.
yeah.
Kobe Bryant did say that if Shaquille O'Neal had his work ethic, he would be the greatest basketball player of all time.
But he didn't. So
But he didn't. But he didn't.
so we can do this he said she said all day.
Does Shaq have 4 championships or 3?
4, because Kobe had one more than him, and he would always like hang that over his head.
Okay. And he only
You never seen that? You never
has.
seen that story about someone asked him like, what was Shaq's reaction when Kobe won his 5th ring? Shaq was like, "No, I tore my house up."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that.
So I tore everything.
Damn. So he's got 4 chips, same as Curry. The most dominant player of all time at his position. Probably has an argument for greatest center, although Kareem does exist. Wilt and Bill Russell, if you want to be that guy and just ruin every talk. But
And Hakeem
Hakeem was great, but Hakeem just doesn't have the accolades to rank this high.
doesn't have the accolades, but I think he was a lot more skilled than Shaq.
True.
But then again, Shaq was just so freaking dominant. Like you just can't argue that. Honestly, I think we throw Shaq at 4.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I can't say he's better than Tim Duncan or well,
Curry is definitely
never
more
mind.
influential. Changed the game more. Oof, man, this is hard. Fuck. Y'all are so set on Shaq at 4 for real.
We can't
Yeah,
put him 1, I don't think.
Yeah. All right. Let's go 4. Shaq at 4. Number 1 better be fucking Jordan, LeBron, or Kobe. It's
Or
gonna be like
Kareem,
Kenny Smith. It's just some bullshit.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that'd be awful. He said they're not shitters though.
I said they're
Dennis
not
Rodman's
shitters,
not a
but
shitter.
I would not consider Dennis Rodman the shitter. And
No,
there are a lot
well,
of
no
players on
one on
this
the
list.
list is a shitter.
No, yes, no one on the list is a shitter.
I'm just saying
But there are,
relative to everyone else.
yes,
Rodman is a shitter.
but it is important to note the difference between the players listed that I mentioned. And with that being said, the list that these fellas have constructed, they killed it on the first 2 blind rankings. See if they could go 3 for 3. Their list is at number 1, Paul Pierce. At number 2, Tim
Oh
Duncan.
shit.
Fuck. God damn it.
At number
Hey,
2,
actually, I'm
Duncan.
okay, bro. Paul Pierce is great. He is the number 1
Nah.
player on this list.
If we restructured this, I probably would have put Paul Pierce at 5.
Hell no.
yeah.
He's better than Harden.
You guys had potential to make that list like very, very solid at Shaq at the 1 because I think, although I do agree with what you guys said,
Tried
Shaq
telling
at the
y'all,
1 would
bro.
probably be easier to tell someone that this list makes sense. But Paul Pierce at 1, Tim Duncan at the 2, Stephen Curry at the 3, Shaquille O'Neal 4, 5, James Harden was the list that these fellas constructed.
I think it's
That has been
perfect.
blind rankings.
I think we killed it.
Oh no.
I have no problem with Paul Pierce at number 1. It's my favorite player ever.
Celtics fans.
Actually,
Hell yeah. Better than D
uh,
Wade.
You don't even believe that.
D Wade got carried by LeBron.
You don't even believe that.
I
I've
feel
heard you say outside of this podcast that D Wade is better than Paul Pierce.
I lied.
No,
I
you
lied to
didn't.
you. I lied. I
You-
looked you in the face and I lied to you.
No, D Wade is better than Paul Pierce.
D Wade didn't have
D-Wade.
strippers on Instagram Live. That's some pimp
He's-
shit. Paul Pierce is a pimp. Paul
because
Pimp
he's a
Pierce. D Wade didn't get
because
stabbed. He didn't get stabbed 11 times and come back in a week. I didn't
Yeah,
see D Wade do that.
D Wade didn't also fake an injury and really had to take a shit. D Wade has more than 1 ring.
Yeah. If I hopped on LeBron's shoulders, I think I could win more than 1 ring as well.
Nobody hopped on the shoulders of prime Ray Allen, prime Kevin Garnett,
He was Paul
and
Pierce was the
Rondo.
best. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Paul Pierce hopped on Rajon Rondo's shoulders. Yeah, good take.
Yeah, he did. Simple.
Yeah.
And Kendrick
all right.
Perkins too.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, Paul Pierce is not better than D Wade. Like, stop that BS. Classic Boston fan bullshit. Like that you're just giving me,
Can't prove it.
huh?
they don't love you like that.
You haven't proved it. You could
I haven't
easily
proved
prove
it.
it, but you haven't proved it yet.
I haven't proved what? You haven't proved anything either.
I've refuted every argument you made. But let's move on.
D Wade also won a ring damn near by
All right,
himself
we
in
get it, bro.
05.
All right, bro.
Exactly.
All right, let's move
Same.
on.
Exactly. He wants to move on now. That's how it goes. Arguing with these Bostonians, bro. It's
Bro
simple.
think he did something for real.
I did do
Nice.
something.
Yeah, all right, bro.
I did something. D Wade
For
won a
sure.
ring by himself damn near.
For sure.
E-Wade's what, the 3rd greatest shooting guard? Is that what people are saying? Is that what the kids are saying? 3rd greatest shooting guard of all time?
I believe so. I mean,
Kobe,
outside of
Jordan,
Jordan and Kobe. I don't think Clyde Drexler's better. I don't think.
You could argue
I
maybe
think I
James
should.
Harden, but
Uh,
I'm still
I don't
putting
think you
putting
Fuck
D
no.
Wade.
I don't think you
nah,
I
can.
don't
I'm just
think
think
I don't
saying.
Harden's
think you
better than
can
D
argue
Wade.
I'm
that.
just saying. I think Harden's fourth.
Harden fourth.
Uh,
He hasn't even won a chip.
no, but he does have
But
personal
his prime was
accolades.
insane.
He like I don't. Does D Wade have a season MVP?
Yeah. Right?
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
He has a
Dwayne Wade
finals
never won
MVP
MVP.
though. He has a finals
No.
MVP. I might have been
Dwayne Wade
mixing it
never
up.
won MVP. He could have though that year they won the finals.
Yeah, personal accolades. I don't hate what Victor's saying because personal accolades, like if you look at a lot of the records that Harden has, like he, as a basketball player, personally, he does probably beat him out in a lot of stuff. Three
No,
But
I
point.
wasn't.
D Wade
I wasn't
shits on
saying.
Harden on defense though. Like it's not even
Yeah.
close.
No, I was saying like you could argue for the 3 and 4. I think we've argued that in the summer,
I
but
Maybe.
seriously don't think you can argue that.
no, but I'm just saying I think D Wade's better, but I'm saying fourth. I could put Harden. I'd be
Yeah, and
comfortable
I
putting
don't
Harden.
hate that. I don't hate that. I could agree with that.
Okay, that sounds much better when you put it like that.
That's what I was saying.
It sounded like you were gonna
You
put
said you said you
James Harden at 2.
the words came
No,
out. You said you can debate whether Harden is better. You said that.
I think I might have mixed that up because we did that in the summer. Like we were debating this because I think Gilbert Arenas said it on his podcast or something.
We got Dwayne Wade above AI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just making sure. I guess
100%.
Jerry West, if you consider those guys, but yeah, I would put D Wade at 3. I'd put D Wade at 3.
I think top three shooting guards is 100% like set in stone of who it is.
Yeah.
So moving on to our next topic of discussion, a red hot team in the Eastern Conference after a very slow start. The Cleveland Cavaliers have caught fire recently, winning 9 of their last 10 and currently sitting 5.5 games behind the Boston Celtics, second seeded in the Eastern Conference. Can this team become a contender? The past few years they've been pretty solid, but they just haven't been able to really get it done in the postseason. I'll bring it up again. I have in the past always Donovan Mitchell effect, but I'm hoping that's not the case this year. The Cleveland started off horrendously slow this year. They missed out. Garland missed a lot of time because of injuries. Mobley wasn't performing that well. I think Jarrett Allen was hurt at one point, and even Donovan Mitchell missed some time. Mitchell's playing very well right now. Cleveland just as a whole, they're playing very well. They have good guys off the bench. Shout out Sam Merrill, who's probably been one of the most surprising players for them this year. He's been playing very well. But, you know, when it comes to looking at this team as a contender, I still think the Knicks are better. And I think in a 7-game series, I think the Knicks would have too much for them. But this team matches up pretty well. They have very good interior defense with Jarrett Allen and Mobley, two really good shot blockers, two very good rebounders as well. Mitchell and Garland are pretty solid defenders. They can definitely hold their own. They have a great playmaker in Darius Garland who can also score the ball. And they have a very good scorer themselves, pure scorer, I would call Donovan Mitchell too. So I think they can make themselves a decent run in the playoffs this year if they stay consistent. On their hot streak, they have beaten some good teams. I think they beat Milwaukee twice, actually. No, they played them twice. They beat them once. But, Milwaukee has their struggles. But what do we think about this Cleveland team, this red hot Cleveland team currently?
I like what you said about the Knicks being better because we did see them literally get gentlemen swept last year by the Knicks. And I do agree that the Knicks are better. Cleveland was pretty disappointing in the playoffs last year because I feel like Cleveland was the better team last year, record wise they were. But yeah, man, the lineup on paper looks so good, but Mobley missed a lot of this year. I'm glad to see him back, but I really don't think he's developed as fast as they want him to be quite a contender yet. Defensively, obviously the guy's great, but I think he needs to be more aggressive if they want to go farther. I do like the additions of Strus and Niang though, because Strus for sure is, I think, a difference maker. He adds a lot of shooting to their lineup, but What do you guys think?
Going off of kind of what you guys were talking about with their recent success, I actually would take a different note than Kevin and say that they haven't really beat that many contenders, over the span of the last however many so games. They
Said good teams,
faced,
not contenders.
okay, fair enough. True. Good teams. Um,
Good
you know,
teams
they
are
they they
contenders.
No, I think contender and a solid good team are two completely different things.
I
Yeah.
and I that's somewhat fair. But what I was getting at is that this recent success to me, the list of teams that they've beaten, Brooklyn, Toronto, Washington, Sacramento, it doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't show as much as in the early part of the season when they were losing to teams like the Pacers, they were losing to New York. I think those are kind of the bigger ones to note. And so obviously that was at the beginning of the season. They're, like we said, a red hot team right now. They're catching some success. How will that play in during the playoffs? Well, I don't love it. Just looking at the Eastern Conference rankings here, if you look at 7, 8, 9, and 10 positions right now, who are most likely who the Cavs are going to have to face, because my prediction is that as we get closer to playoffs, you're going to start seeing the better teams move up in spots and probably the Cavs move down. So their opponents are most likely going to be what looks like Pacers, Heat, Bulls, potentially Hawks. Magic is in there too. I don't love their matchup that much against those teams. There's a lot of things that play there, like you guys said. I mean, Donovan Mitchell curse or whatever. But earlier this season, I did say that I think that Donovan Mitchell has a lot of potential in this league, and I think that he can turn around a team and he will find some success in the next few years. Could this be his year? Not really sure, but again, matchup wise with those bottom teams in the East, I just don't love them. So I don't really see them as contenders. I see them as a first round exit if I had to pick anything.
Ooh, first round exit.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Honestly, I kind of see where Daniel's coming from. I don't think the Cleveland team's there yet. I really not to like hate on them too much because I am very high on this team. I think in a couple of years that they could be something if Donovan Mitchell chooses to stay there. I think they have a really good defense, and with Jared Allen and down low, that he's been phenomenal on defense his whole career. And with their offense, I think that needs to improve a little bit better. I think they could probably maybe try to bring in more of an all-star player at the surround around Donovan Mitchell and try to build from there because we've seen Darius Garland improve. Jared Allen's been improving, but just go through the Eastern Conference. I kind of want to see what you guys think. I'm gonna name out some of the teams, and I want to see you guys just say who you think will win in a 7 game series. All right,
Between Cleveland and whoever you name.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Cleveland and Magic.
Cleveland.
Cleveland in a 7. Cleveland in
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, I'll probably go Cleveland too.
All right, Cleveland and Pacers.
Cleveland
Still want to.
in
I
7.
still want to lean. I still want to lean Cleveland, but honestly,
I'll say Cleveland because they have a lot better defense than the Pacers, and the Pacers are young.
yeah, inexperience. I'm gonna go
It,
Cleveland too.
a lot of it depends on Siakam too, but I'm gonna go Cleveland in 7.
All right, Cleveland and 76ers.
Sixers.
All right, playoff Embiid or like normal Embiid?
Playoff.
Kyle Lowry
Come
Embiid.
on.
Or Carl, yeah.
Kyle Lowry and Embiid.
Kyle Lowry and Embiid.
I think after their trades, I think with Buddy Hield and if Maxey and Embiid play like they're supposed to, I'm gonna take the Sixers.
I'll go Philly there.
All right, the Knicks.
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 I think Knicks 100%.
Knicks in 5 or 6.
Knicks in
All
5.
right, the Bucks.
Bucks. Easy for me. Bucks.
Bucks in like 7. I think Cleveland will put up a fight.
They
They'll
will.
put up a fight, but I think the Bucks have too much like star power on their hands, like more than Cleveland does. So I think I'd probably go with Milwaukee in 6 or 7.
All right, finally the Heat.
Heat in
Cleveland.
5.
Cleveland.
It's impossible. I don't want to. I'm out of this one, dude. I don't want to.
Why?
I hate voting against the Heat. I want to say Cleveland, but I can't. Like, I don't know. Probably
You know,
most likely Cleveland, but the Heat will probably find a way to win it.
every year the Chiefs have won the Super Bowl, the Heat have made the finals.
Heat,
Swear.
And lost,
Yeah,
Oh, and
obviously.
it's probably
or
not going to
conference
happen this year.
finals.
that Heat culture for real.
Win or bust.
I like
Heat are
Jimmy
not bad,
Butler's
though.
attitude, though.
You don't?
No, I said I do like Jimmy Butler's attitude, though, about how not getting voted for All-Star.
What? How?
Yeah.
What? I
This
didn't
was
really
the
see
guy
anything.
who was a 95 in 2K this year.
He
He was
also
saying,
missed some time though.
yeah, he was saying like he's like none of that shit matters. I don't care about MVPs, All-Stars, all NBA, all defensive teams. He's like, I'm trying to win the NBA championship. But
Jokic did it.
I guess with that ranking stuff, we proved that the Cleveland Cavaliers will be first round exits. So,
Damn.
so we went through all the teams. You guys said Orlando, right? Or did you guys say Cleveland?
No, we said Cleveland.
No, we said Cleveland. We took Cleveland
Oh
over a few
damn.
teams. We took them over Orlando. We took them over Indiana.
I think that was it. Just Indiana.
Bucks. We said they put up a fight.
I can see them over the Bucks or the Heat, but I'm not gonna take them. But I could see them winning those.
The only real
That's
teams
like,
I did like I had questions about is okay. We didn't name Boston because Boston will beat them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Milwaukee's kind of a wild card. Like they can push it. I think Milwaukee would win though, and then I don't think they'd beat Philly. But everyone else, I think they can definitely 100% beat. Not the Knicks though.
What about the Bulls?
Yeah.
I'm
Assuming the
taking
Bulls,
Cleveland.
assuming
Well,
the Bulls make the playoffs,
it could happen.
assuming they get out of the play in, I should more so say.
Bulls or Hawks, I'm taking Cleveland
I agree.
in like 5, maybe 6 for the Bulls.
I would say
Feel-
that for the Hawks, but for the Bulls, I wanted to bring it up because I do think that the Bulls could pull it off against specifically them, not Boston or not probably Milwaukee or Philly, but specifically the Cavs. I think the Bulls could pull that off.
I see where you're coming from, but I feel like it's almost a little bit disrespectful to say that the Bulls will beat the
Right? I like
Cavaliers in a
skipped over
seven-game series.
I
Like,
skipped over a bunch of teams and
uh,
was like, yeah, the second best team in the Eastern Conference could lose to the 10th or 9th. That's funny. I know.
Hey, bro, we've seen the Bulls click. When they click, they click.
They do.
all right, and that's gonna be an end to Good Morning Let's Basketball. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is my co-host Daniel, Mike, and Kevin. We'll see you guys next week.